Okay, welcome. My name's Shane Fossard, and this is the 365 Hypno Audio Masterclass. I'm going to show you how to create 365 hypnosis audio programs in roughly 3 hours using AI, but also your authentic voice to modernize and grow your hypnosis business. So what we're going to cover today is we're going to first off talking about what this is not, and to kind of allay some of your concerns about being authentic in your hypnosis business, and maybe some of the fears you may have about AI and how it might be, taking on some of our role. Also going to look at the opportunity that is in front of us to really start to embrace and ultimately make friends with AI as a business tool, as a growth tool, and to use that more masterfully. And also going to share with you the scale method. So from this masterclass, I want you to actually be able to walk away and start to implement a lot of this today. But also, if you'd like some additional support and some additional help, maybe you just want to cut a few corners and have someone else take care of it, I'm going to share with you an unbelievable opportunity for like a done for you service as well. But I'm also going to make sure you walk away with being able to do it yourself. Now, if you don't know who I am, again, my name's Shane Fossard. My background, I started off in the corporate space. I was a business analyst. I was a national sales and operations manager, climbed through the corporate ranks, and then realized that life wasn't going the way I wanted. And I stumbled across hypnotherapy because I had my own issues to sort out. And like most people, I had a misconception about what hypnosis was. Became a hypnotherapist after realizing what it was all about, and realizing this is like a super skill of life. This was like being handed the user manual for my mind that no one ever gave me. And I became inspired by that and wanted to share that with other people. And so I left behind the corporate career and became a hypnotherapist. And like many other people, I then found out that once you become a hypnotherapist, you need to find clients. It's not as simple as just putting up a shop window and people will end up finding you. So I had to get really good at marketing. And so I read all the marketing books I could possibly get my hands on, and I went to marketing courses, and I ended up probably spending more money on learning marketing and consumer psychology than I spent on learning hypnotherapy. And I spent over $30,000 on learning hypnotherapy. And so by combining those two together, I was able to then really grow my business quite fast and got to a point where I was booked out. And so I became a hypnosis trainer because I needed to grow my business. And so I started training other hypnotherapists, other people in hypnotherapy. And so for close to over a decade, I was a NLP and hypnotherapy trainer traveling around Australia. Also was running events internationally. Have trained over 10,000 people across 18 different countries. And through that, I was able to sell as well, because it's one thing to be able to change people's lives and have a skill to be able to change someone's life, but you've got to be able to convince them. You've got to be able to communicate the value and help them make that decision with certainty so they can become a client. And so I got really good at being able to do that as well. Now, I also, can see the writing on the walls, and I also want to, start doing other things differently. And so through that, I read a whole bunch of books. You might see some books behind me here, and maybe you've had this experience before where you've read a book and then 5 years later, 5 months later, 10 years later, you can't quite remember what's in it. So it's like, the how to make friends and how to make friends, how to win friends, and what was it? How to make friends and win. I can't remember how to make and win friends, whatever it was. I can't remember the term now. It's a great book, a great classic book. Dale Carnegie is the author. How to win friends and influence people. That's what it is. And so it's a great book, but who can remember what's in it? And how do you get that information back in your head? Well, do you reread it? Do you go grab a summary from a website? And so that really started this idea that I had around Booknotic. So Booknotic is taking a book, condensing it and summarizing it, and then redesigning it as a hypnosis program. And so that was my first startup. Went really well, was really successful. Had some issues with some other partners that were in that I accidentally brought on board without knowing really much about them. So it kind of stalled a little bit, but it was like the first taste of realizing that hypnosis is more than just hypnotherapy. It can help anyone in any niche, in any field. And I started to explore this sort of creative approach to looking at hypnosis through different eyes rather than just being a hypnotherapist. I also then created hypnolab.ai. That was because as a consumer, I'd bought some hypnosis scripts of some of the big popular websites that are around sort of 5, 6 years ago, and they're still around now, but they were the only ones that are around back then. And they had like 1,500 hypnosis scripts. And you're like, wow, that's amazing. And I spend $28 and I download a script and it was like 2 paragraphs. I was like, how am I supposed to deliver a hypnotherapy session for 30 minutes or 45 minutes for 2 paragraphs? And it just felt like a waste of time and money. And so this was prior to HypnoLab starting off. And so I started writing my own scripts. And over the years, 15 years now, I've written hundreds of scripts. And through that, I was able to codify what goes into a script. Now, as a hypnotherapy trainer and as a hypnotherapist, I'm not advocating to use scripts with clients. Some people can do that, and I'm not judging whether you do or you don't. I have no judgment because I've seen people change people's lives by using scripts, and I've seen people not use scripts and not really do a great job, and vice versa. So whether you use a script or not, to me, in my opinion, doesn't dictate the quality. What dictates the quality is the skill of the practitioner and really understanding the client and being able to serve them to the best of their ability. So I see scripts as being a training tool. Now, also, if you're going to record your own audio programs, it helps to have things scripted out. And so that's what HypnoLab is. So HypnoLab is, prior to AI coming about on the scene, it was the world's first and largest customized clinical hypnotherapy script generator. It can generate 39 million different combinations. There's a whole bunch of content in there. You can go check it out if you want to. And then I've also been a co-founder of a number of other companies. My main mission now is to really inspire and help hypnotherapists who don't have a technical background like I do, who haven't read, the 100 top marketing books and sales books and consumer psychology books, who are passionate about what they want to do, but they're just looking for the edge. They're looking for the way that they can stay in their zone of genius and have their marketing, their technology, and all those other components, the automation, kind of taken care of for them, or at least being given a clear roadmap so they can avoid the overwhelm and the clutter that comes with trying to stay up to date with the latest of AI and automation. Now, this quick video, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I just want to show you, this is me. This is a photo of me. This is not my real voice, and this is not really me moving. So check this out. I'm only going to play about 10 seconds of it. This is AI. Now, it's not exactly me, and you'll see that you probably couldn't pass this off as like guided hypnosis or self-hypnosis. The language isn't, or the tonality is not quite there yet. But for a quick little video, it's not too bad, especially if you can't set up the
300 audio programs
the
in under
lighting.
3 hours with your real voice. Hi, I'm Shane, and I'm excited to share an industry-changing method to create 300 audio programs in under 3 hours using your real voice. Are you tired of audio recording taking so long and so much effort to make that you just wish it was easier? Do you feel like the effort and time it takes to produce audio programs is holding you back from creating more value for people?
I'll stop it there. So you can see me. This is AI. This is the cutting edge level of AI right now. So again, as a quick little video, maybe a 1 minute video ad that you can put on Facebook, Instagram. You don't have to set up the lighting. You don't have to do your makeup, do your hair. You can just use AI, and you don't have to set up a microphone or anything like that. Like, this is where things are at, and this is as bad as it gets right now. It's going to continue to get better and better and better. And I know that might be a bit scary. And I want to be clear with you that I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone's going to enjoy what I've got to share today. And that's because some people are a little bit scared of the changes that are going to happen in our industry. It's going to happen in every industry. And so I'm a big advocate of encouraging you to understand what AI can do and what automation can do, and to step boldly towards that and shape it and guide it and be a leader of where it's headed, rather than be a follower and sit back, hang on tight, and just be scared, not knowing where it's going to head. So, some of the things I'm going to share today is going to maybe challenge some people's model of the world about where their business and the style of business they can have. But I'm also hoping to not to just to agitate you for the sake of agitating you, but I really want to share with you that the cat's out of the bag, or Pandora's box is open. And I want to acknowledge you, because you likely know a lot more and can help a lot more people than what you give yourself credit for. You likely have this deep well of knowledge and expertise within you. Now, that idea of the expert, do you take on that idea of I'm an expert, and does that feel comfortable to take that on, or do you shy away from that term? Oh, who am I to be an expert? Like, there's self-doubt and imposter syndrome and a lack of self-worth and all those sorts of things. But I want to remind you that you have the skills to significantly change someone's life. You may even be able to save some people's lives in the process. And so I want to encourage you to now become ready to scale your impact, to be able to work smarter without burning out. So how could you help 1,000 people without burning out? How can you help 10,000 people without burning out? And one of the core concepts of I guess NLP and I guess personal growth is when you ask quality questions, you get quality answers. So when you start challenging yourself, holding yourself to that standard, you're able to explore, your mind will start to explore opportunities that are well within your grasp right now. It's like the RAS, the reticular activation system. We all have blind spots. And we can go through life with those sort of blind spots on and those blinkers on, and we're missing out on the opportunity for us to be able to impact thousands of people, tens of thousands of people globally without any geographical boundaries that are going to be imposed on us or being self-imposed on us. And we can do all of that without sacrificing quality. And that's what I want to share with you today. Now, AI is more than just ChatGPT and some of the other ththings you may be playing around with. AI can extend quite into brand new opportunities. And we talk about lead magnets. It's one thing to have a great success, a great business where you can change people's lives, but how do you draw people in to know who you are and what you can do? That's where we talk about a lead magnet. A lead magnet draws leads or activity or visitors to your website. You might have an amazing website, but are people finding your website? Are they landing on your website? So I encourage you when you get a chance, go check out 100xoffers.com. That is a customized dynamic lead magnet I built using AI. You answer, I think it's 3 questions, and in 60 seconds, it's going to send you back an irresistible offer for your business. Go check it out. Like it's 60 seconds, it's completely free. If you want, there's the $27 upgrade, but ignore that for now. Just go get the free version and check it out. Just have that experience and then think about, imagine having something like that in your business that is customized, that gets people in. Maybe it gives them like an anxiety antidote plan. Maybe it gives them a weight loss plan that's all customized to them, sent to them in 60 seconds, that gives them this dopamine hit and confirms for them like, wow, I'm so glad I entered my details into this opt-in form. And now you can start that relationship with them. That's half the challenge for a lot of hypnosis businesses. How do you get people's eyeballs on your business and get them to step forward to give you their details so you can then start that relationship? Now, the other one I built, which is not active right now, is the High Profit Bestseller book outline. But this is just, I'm only sharing this. You can't get access to it, but to get you to expand your awareness as to what's possible. This helps people. You put in your basic book idea, and then in 60 seconds, actually, I think it's 3 minutes, this one, 3 minutes later, it sends you a book title, taglines, the 7 key benefits that your book will give to readers, gives you an elevator pitch so you can actually pitch it to book publishers. It gives you a memorable book framework. It shows you this unique framework, all based on your idea. It's your idea. And then it also gives you at least 12 chapter arc, all within 3 minutes. And I've had people use the beta version of it, and they've told me like it inspired them to go write that book because it took their initial idea and it gave it an entire sort of skeletal structure. Now, it doesn't write the book for them, but it inspires them. It gives them so much structure that it's really then kind of paint by numbers a little bit. And that's half the battle. I mean, our challenge and everyone's challenge ultimately is that planning fallacy, which is, I want to write a book, but then you get stuck in the weeds. It's the overwhelm. I want to do marketing, but it's the overwhelm, it's the effort. So if we can take the effort out of it and reduce that effort as much as possible while still maintaining a high level of quality, that's a win-win. Now, I want to talk about the elephant in the room. So everything I'm going to share today is not about replacing the human connection. One-on-one hypnotherapy is the peak of quality in terms of what can be delivered. Now, a hypnosis audio program is never going to be as good as a live, real-time biofeedback between a hypnotherapist and a client. So we're not trying to replace that. What we are trying to do is create more resources for our business, but also for our clients. And so this is also not about using clunky AI voice. I'm not going to teach you today about how to go to some of these other platforms and get, some other AI voice to record all your audio programs. AI right now, I can show anyone how to create huge amounts of junk content. That is content that will damage your brand. I would not put my name and my brand behind an AI voice generated hypnosis program right now. It's not good enough just yet. It's probably going to get good enough, but that's not good enough yet. So if I want to take action today, I'm going to use my real authentic voice because no one can deliver hypnosis like I can personally deliver it. No one can deliver it like you can personally deliver it. And so it's putting your own personality, your own flair, and your own style into it. Now, also, this is not to cannibalize your business model. This is not to replace your main offers. This is to give people a low tier opportunity to join your business. So you could then have a library of audio programs available on your website for $15, $20, £10, whatever the price is you decide to put on it. And that allows people to go and access that on demand, even whilst you're sleeping, even whilst you're on holidays. And that allows you to create this passive income model. But it also gets people in the door because not everyone can afford your services, but some people have a small amount of money and they're looking to just make that small amount of commitment. So if you don't have something to provide them, they're going to go somewhere else. They're going to spend that money. If it's like $27, they're going to spend that money somewhere. So if you are someone that can help them with that problem, why shouldn't they spend it with you? Especially when you're an expert in what you do. So, yeah, again, I just want to make that clear. Now, as I said, you want to make friends with AI. The Pandora's box is open. Whether you accept and you make friends with AI, it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. And I believe it is going to change every industry over the next 3 years significantly. And some industries is already changing. I know some people who are not an expert in hypnosis who are currently building self-hypnosis AI generated audio apps. They don't really know what they're doing. All they do is they are seeing an opportunity in our industry and they're trying to take advantage of it. Now it's clunky, it's strange, and it's not, I don't believe it's going to serve people. I don't believe it's going to help people. But there's those sorts of people out there who don't respect our industry and just see dollar signs. And so, that choice is, do we not do anything? Do we sit back and let those people come into our industry and just try to dupe people into believing that's what self-hypnosis or that's what audio programs are? Or does one of us sort of step forward and go, you know what, I'm going to take my expertise, I'm going to shape it in a way, and then I'm going to do that in the right way. I'm going to do that in a way that upholds the quality and what we represent in this industry. So that's what I mean. Like, whether we like it or not, AI will be used in our industry. It's just a question of, will we be the ones to get on board on that? And so there's one thing that, if you're watching AI, it's that leap from early adopter to mainstream adoption. In every technology, we go from early adopter to early majority. We're not quite there yet. So by you coming here and you taking advantage of this masterclass, you are still early adopter. And look, I'll be honest, some of you won't take action. Some of you might be scared by this, and that's okay. Early adopters need to have some degree of an appetite for risk because you're going first. It's not proven. It's not stable just yet. Yeah. And you're kind of having to go first. Not everyone likes being a leader like that. Some people are like, I'll wait and I'll be ninth in line. I won't be first. But there's huge opportunities for early adopters. Now, that means that right now we can start to take advantage of that. But AI is going to become a part of our everyday lives. It kind of already is, but it's going to get more and more like that. And so that window that we get between the early majority and the early adopters is closing fast. And so I do want to encourage you to really explore this. If you are ambitious about your business, if you truly know you can help people and you want to help more people, then you're in the right place. So let me answer this question. Why would you want 365 audio programs in the first place? Well, first of all, it's going to support more clients. It means you can have an easily accessible library on your website that people can go to without needing your time. It also gives your clients after-service support. So if you're helping someone, quit smoking or lose weight or overcome anxiety or whatever it is that you help them with, you could redirect them to your library and go, hey, if you need a little bit of a top up, go over here. Here's my discount code and you get 50% discount. So you can support your audience. One of the metrics around business is looking at how many clients do you have per month? How much is your average spend per client? and how frequently can you get clients to spend money with you? And they're the kind of three key metrics. So if you can get a client that's working with you and then you have them buy an online resource for, even if it's 50% off, you've just increased the average spend per client and you've increased the frequency with which they buy from you. You do those sorts of little small incremental changes, they add up over time. And it also provides a passive income model for you as well. And so that passive income means that you could not only have it on your website, but I'm going to show you and hopefully inspire you to realize that you can be the next hypnosis YouTuber. Now, you may not care about that title, but it's an opportunity where you can change more lives and make some additional money. Now, why would you even want to make additional money? Because it allows you to reinvest in who you are. It allows you to reinvest in your business. It allows you to have the lifestyle you're aiming to have. It also allows you to do what you do at a higher level. Because let's face it, we've all been trained before. Yeah, it costs money to get trained. It costs money to get things done. It costs money for virtual assistants. It costs money for Facebook ads. It costs money for Google ads. It costs, there's a cost to doing business. Now, if you can make more money by impacting more lives and contributing to more people, well, then you can reinvest that money. Who knows? You might even give it away to charity. So, but it's having that passive income model. So you aren't going to burn out. You're not having to work for money. You're working from a mission, from a purpose. And then also there's that expert positioning, which is by you having 365 audio programs, it means that you can then congruently say that you're one of the only experts in the world to have the world's largest customized audio program library for X, whatever X being. Depending on what niche you choose, as I'll share with you, that I'm already working with a number of clients who have quite a large library already. So, we'll see whether you can, you probably don't want to try to compete on that in that niche. But let's have a look at, I guess, a YouTube channel. So this is Jason Stevenson. So Jason Stevenson has a YouTube channel. I think it's been around for about 3 years or so. He's got 935 videos, so quite a lot. He's got 3.3 million subscribers. He's earning roughly about $70,000 per month. That's a pretty good income, right? And that is not including anything else he does in his business. That's him not even seeing a client. That's just through his YouTube channel. So, I mean, that just goes to show the power of having a YouTube channel. Now, this is Michael Seeley. You may have heard of him. He's making roughly about $25,000 a month right now. Doesn't have as many videos, doesn't have as many subscribers, but he's, $25,000 per month is not a bad income for most people. What's that? What's that? About 2.5 million? Is that right? No, 225. Over multiple six figures, right? So, that's not a bad supplementary income to have. And then this one is a new one. So it's got 245 videos in it. It's got 400,000 subscribers. They're making roughly about $4,000 a month. Now, I'm not suggesting that as soon as you set up a YouTube channel, you're going to be making any of these numbers anytime soon, but it all starts somewhere. It's like everyone's YouTube channel has to start with 1 subscriber, and then you get to 10, and then you get to 100, and you get to 100,000. So, we all have to start somewhere. But it's, as Steve Jobs says, it's the people that are crazy enough to think they can change the world actually do. You need to be crazy enough to believe you can start a YouTube channel for you to actually do it. And to, like, these guys, they don't just step in one day and get 1,000 subscribers, not unless you're already an influencer in some other space. But it's worth doing, because what you can then do when you've got 365 audio programs is you drip feed 1 out a day or 1 out a week for the next 7 years. Imagine this, 3 hours of effort sets you up to have a YouTube channel for the next 7 years. And all you did was put 3 hours of effort in. That's a pretty good use of time. Would you agree? Now, what's the old way that we used to record audios? 15 years ago, I created 12 audio programs. It took me a week to do 12 audio programs. I wrote out the script. It took me, 45 minutes per script. I then recorded the audio, made a whole bunch of mistakes and had to stop and start. And, I was clumsy with it. I didn't really know what I was doing. That took me maybe 60 minutes to record a 30-minute audio program. I then had to produce the audio. So you take that audio, you put it into like Audacity. You have to, fix it, take out the blemishes, mix and master it. Even if you know what you're doing, maybe you have to watch a few YouTube videos to work out what to do. And then you've got maybe 2.5 hours for one audio program. Multiply that by 12. That's probably why it took me, 7 days to do. So, 2 hours to do one audio program, that's still not too bad, I guess, especially if that audio program sells thousands of times. That's a good use of time. But what if we can do it faster? Now, I want to share with you a case study. So this is Dr. Sue Williams. When I had a chat with her a few months ago now, she had three main problems. One is she was already booked out. And so she was like, I need to clone myself. Two, she was time poor. Now her business depended on her showing up. So when she went out like on holidays or she had another event, that meant she couldn't show up for her clients. And so she didn't have this scalability to her business. And then she also didn't have a passive income model built into her business that emphasized her expertise. Now, she had some side hustles, like she sells this product over here and this product over there, and they were kind of semi-complementary to what she does, but there was nothing that truly set her up as an expert in her field. Now, Sue loves horses, is an exceptional horse rider herself, and she really wanted to help more horse riders understand that mindset performance side of horse riding or equestrian. And so, we help to understand this scale method. So scale method is, first of all, let's strategize on deconstructing hypnosis scripts into a set of ingredients. Let's then customize those ingredients to represent your brand and who you are and your style. Let's then assemble them all so you have these permutations or combinations. And that's how you start to create, hundreds, if not thousands of audio programs from those individual ingredients. And then let's leverage that. Now that you own the world's first and largest customized audio program collection, let's leverage that to then create passive income, but also to position you as an expert in your field. And then to then amplify and expand on that by reaching out to various industries or various media, podcasts, and let them know you've got this thing that is newsworthy to get more eyeballs on it. And so that's the method that I'm going to share with you today. So let's strategize around breaking down a hypnosis script into individual components. And so that's what you're going to do. So as a quick example, you might have an intro, an induction, a deepener, a location, metaphors, suggestions, future pacing, and then close. Now, you're going to have a different philosophy to that, and that's completely okay. I'm not saying this is the golden rule and everyone should follow this. This is just one example. But you want to get clear on what are those steps. Maybe you got different order for it. You get to decide on what that's going to be for you. Once you've decided on, okay, these are the components that go into it, the next step is we want to customize that. So what you then do is you write out maybe one or two intros. You write out 3 inductions. You write out 3 deepeners. You write out 3 locations. You write out 5 different metaphors, 1 suggestion, future pacing, a close, and you just write them all out. So, how long would it take you to write one intro? That might be like 2 or 3 sentences, maybe 2 minutes. Depends on how fast you are with typing. So you can do all this yourself. But if you follow these numbers, you end up with 135 combinations. By you writing all this out, you now have a possible 135 audio programs that you can assemble based on this. And so once you've done that, you then want to record it. I'll just move this video over to here. So you then want to record that. Now, where this helps is choosing one niche. You can see here, choose your topic or your niche. Don't try and do this for smoking and weight loss and anxiety and this and sleep. Choose one niche. Go, you know what? I'm going for sleep for truck drivers. I want to help I want to help night shift workers to sleep better and when they come off night shift. That's a huge market out there. That's a huge market. It's a micro niche, but it's a huge market, and it's something you can deep dive into rather than just try and do broad sleeping. But that just gives you an example. You choose one niche first and you deep dive into it, making sure that it's a big enough target market that you can build a successful business from it. By the end, the question is, how many night shift workers are out there that have sleep issues? I would argue probably thousands, if not tens of thousands, maybe close to 1 million, especially if they speak that language. I mean, if it's English, you've got the UK, you've got the US, you've got Canada, you've got Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. It's a pretty big pool to kind of fish from. So then what you do is you record each of those audio programs. So your intro, it's only a 2-minute little snippet. You record that for 2 minutes, start, stop, done. You record your inductions. Maybe they're 3 minutes each. So induction 1, start, stop, and then do induction 2, start, stop, and maybe that takes you 9 minutes. You record all of these in individual parts, and that might take you 74 minutes in total. So let's call it an hour. So you've just spent an hour recording all these individual parts, all these individual components. Now, you do need to record them in a way knowing that they can blend in with any other. So you record like the inductions, knowing that any one of these 3 inductions needs to fit into any one of these 3 deepeners. So you do develop them in a way that they're very standalone, that they don't kind of blend into other things. And that just allows you to create these huge amount of combinations, as you'll see. So once you've done that, here's how you can optimize this script creation, because you might be going, Shane, you're still talking about maybe 2 hours of effort right now. Okay, so what you can do, you can do it yourself, which is what I've shown you to do. Write them all out yourself, put your own heart and soul into it, your style, your flair. Maybe you love fairies, bring fairies into it. Maybe you love unicorns, bring unicorns into it. Maybe you love rainbows, bring rainbows into it. Maybe you love, past life regression, you bring past life regression into it. Whatever your style is, you can infuse that into your own scripts. Now, there is a done for you service, which is you can go use hypnolab.ai. Hypnolab.ai, there's a $89 lifetime membership that's available. That will show you how you can go there. There's 39 million clinical hypnotherapy written scripts that you can get access to. You can pull them apart, you can stick them together. You also have, by signing up to that, but by the way, don't sign up just yet. Just wait, because I've got a special thing for you at the moment, later on today. And so what that means is you get the rights to use those scripts in your own audio programs. You don't have to pay any copyright. There's no sort of referral or royalty that you need to give to us. You buy access to it, and then you can use it as many times as you like, make as much money from it as you like, impact as many people as you like. It's all up to you. And you can change all the wording as well. And you can adjust things, and so it's very dynamic. But it means you can build your own scripts super, super fast. The other way is you could use AI. So you can use a ChatGPT. Now, if you know how to use ChatGPT really, really well, you'll come up with a really, really good hypnosis script. If you don't know how to use ChatGPT very well, you're probably going to come up with a hypnosis script. You may not know it's not that great, and it might do some brand damage. So, later on today, again, as part of the special I'm going to give you for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and having spoken to Glenn, who runs the program, the Hypno Summit, I want to give you an unbelievable opportunity. So I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT in a masterful way if you want to create your own scripts using that. So this is hypnolab.ai. It's 39 million scripts already designed. It's not using AI fully anymore. This using ChatGPT, you can. There's no limit to it, so I can't tell you how. It's more than 39 million combinations. Like there's trillions of combinations you can create through ChatGPT. So that headline of 39 million is no longer really a headline, because now ChatGPT exists. However, you need to be skillful at using it so that you're creating a hypnosis script that represents you. And I'll share with you what that is in a moment. Okay, so once you've got these audio programs, these individual components all recorded, you start to assemble them. So you open up something like Audacity, which is a free audio software program, and you start assembling them in different combinations. And you can create, there's like I said, 135 combinations. But then if you choose 3 background music, you choose 3 lots of music and you attach them, then that multiplies it by 3. So you've gone from 135 to what, 300, 405, just by adding 3 background music to it, because that's 3 more combinations. That's how it works. So all of a sudden you now have 400 and something audio programs. So I want to encourage you, you can do this yourself. This is how you do it. You just go through these steps. You've got access to Audacity. It costs you nothing to get access to Audacity. Yes, you then have to go through the time of setting it all up. It'll usually take you maybe a minute to do one audio program, export it, done, next one. So you've got maybe 1 audio program per minute to export it and do it over and over again. That's all it is. You just repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. But we can also do it for you. So we've developed our own technology. It's called Mind Primer Pro. And what we can do is, if you send us your individual components, just like your inductions, your deepeners, all those sorts of things, you send us those 30 individual audio files, and if they're well named, and I'll show you how to name them if you want to take us up on this, you send it through to us and we'll compile it for you. And it'll just cost you $2 USD per audio program. So for 365, you're looking at, I think it's about $720 US, and we'll take care of it for you. We'll mix and master it, send it back to you. You'll get your 365 audio programs ready to go, ready to load up onto your website, ready to release onto your YouTube channel, and it's just done for you. So that's an opportunity for you. Just know that, I want to make sure that wherever you're thinking, if you want to do this yourself and you're ready to roll up your sleeves and get into it, you can. But also, if you're like, what, Shane, my time's more valuable than that, I just prefer someone else to take care of it, we've got you covered for that as well. So this is how you assemble it. So this is what Audacity looks like. You bring in your intro, you bring in your induction, you bring in your location, you bring in your metaphor, here's your outro or your out, and then you export it. And you just rinse and repeat. And then when you've done the second one, take out induction 1, replace it with induction 2, and export. Replace it with induction 3 and export. And so you start to build like this pipeline or this sort of factory line of just pumping them out. Now it's your authentic voice. It's still your value. It's still your expertise built into this. You're just now using technology and automation to your advantage to be able to help more people. And so you just repeat this 108 times. And it's going to take you about 2 hours to do that. So again, once you've built it all, you go to export audio, go file, export audio, give it a name and export it. Now, if you're a purist, you want to export it as a WAV file. WAV files are probably 5 times bigger than an MP3. And what I mean by purist, like if you're like an audiophile, like you've got a specific ear for sound and you're using a sound engineer, you do want a WAV file. But if you're an average person, you're like, hey, look, it sounds pretty good. That's good enough for me. And you're also trying to conserve space on your hard drive, export it as an MP3. We can work with either. It just gets a little bit harder if you're working with WAV files because you're going to have to send us a really big chunky folder through Google Drive. MP3 is a little bit smaller and easier to manage. But I mean, that's how you do it. It's pretty much that simple. So here's the process from script to program. You set up a modular script structure. You then want to optimize your time by doing it in a very fast way and in a methodical way. You can then use automation to speed things up. And you can also customize it by choosing your own 3 background music. So go find some royalty music. If you're interested, we have some royalty music. We've got like 15, 20 that you can pick and choose from if that's of interest to you. You might have your own style, your own flair to it. You can pay for someone on Fiverr to create some for you. There's just so many things you can do. And this really is you being the driver behind this, and you've kind of putting your thumbprint on it, like making this yours. We want this to represent your brand and your style. So, like I said, there's 2 tools that make this easier and faster, and that is hypnolab.ai, and then there's also Mindset Primer. And so Hypnolab AI is $89 USD. It's lifetime access, never pay again. You just get access to it and away you go. It's been around for about 3 years now, maybe 4 years. And then Mind Primer Pro, it's a one-off payment. You just pay per number of audio programs you want. And so you're looking at like $730 for 365 audio programs. And it usually takes us about 2 days to kind of get it back to you, depending on our pipeline and the work that we've got going on. But that just means you've got 2 days free to go and do whatever else you're going to do. Now, how do you leverage all of that? Once we send these back to you, you've got 365 audio programs. How do you leverage it? Well, you set up an online store and you load them up into your online store. And now you can claim to be the largest collection of hypnosis audio programs to help X being your niche. You can then release 1 audio program per week or per day on your hypnosis channel. And it's just set and forget, and it's done. And you just add a video loop to the audio, so that it's just like maybe a candle flickering in the background. Now, admittedly, most people have their eyes closed when they're doing hypnosis, so you don't really need to focus too much on the visuals. And then it also gives you this blue ocean market big statement. So blue ocean market means that you are brand new to the market. When I say brand new, no one else does what you do is really what it means. And so you can say the world's largest collection of customized audio programs that helps X with Y. And that's, assuming that's congruent and that's right. Again, if you try to do horse riding, you won't be able to claim that because Sue's already covered that. If you, I'm going to show you a few examples. If you go for helping Christians with sleep, you can't claim that either because another one of my clients has an app like that. So, but it's choosing something that you can then be world-class at and have that statement. And then you expand. So how do you expand? Well, you deep dive into a niche. You deep dive into a micro niche. And rather than being a generalist, you start to position yourself as a specialist. And that's one of the golden principles of marketing. You can then reach out to media and you start releasing press releases because that's now newsworthy. The world's first and largest customized audio program that helps night shift workers improve their sleep. Well, how many organizations and associations deal with the mental health of night shift workers? How many companies have a huge team of night shift workers that would love to license that sort of opportunity or that sort of collection from you to distribute out through their employees? That's what I mean about when you create something that's niche and targeted, you can start to find other opportunities where these companies are already having to find employee wellness programs. You could be one of those employee wellness programs. And like I said, then you have that big ocean, that blue ocean, big marketing statement. So quick few examples. I know I'm going super fast because I want to give you a huge amount of content and I don't want to take up too much of your time. So you can slow this down if you prefer things to be a little bit slower. But as I said, this is Todd from Michigan. He is helping Christians to sleep better. And so he's now doing partnership deals with churches and congregations because those church and congregations know that some of their congregation has challenges with sleep, just like every human does. So he's got 1,500 audio programs. And then, as I said, with Sue's got 2,500 audio programs, all about helping horse riders improve horse riding skills through the power of their mind and mental rehearsal. And so I'm sure you're all aware of the efficacy of mental rehearsal and hypnosis and all that blended together to help people perform at their peak. So again, this is the scale method to strategize, customize, assemble it, leverage, and then expand and do that so you can really have more impact out in the world, but you can also create some passive income. And so I want to just, give you some key takeaways, and that is that AI is going to give you a competitive edge if you make friends with it and you learn how to use it really well. To systemize what you do, to break it down into simple parts, because then that allows you to, just like Henry Ford came up with the system, the industrial age took over because people systemize things. If you can systemize, then you can start to expand and scale, and to focus on delivering to clients, to deliver on more clients, the clients that are out there that geographically don't live near you, that don't have the amount of money that you're looking for to work one-on-one with, but there's probably 10 times more of them that have $30 in their pocket or £30 in their pocket that they could, that they want to work with you. And so why not give them something that doesn't require your time, but it also gives them the opportunity to get transformation however they choose. And that's another part to it, is when you've got this big library, you can really deep dive on different techniques. So, Sue has she has about 20 audio programs that helps people recover from a horse riding fall. There's 20 different ways of doing that because it's not one size fits all, as I'm sure you're aware. And then you also get additional income that way as well. So you've got this scalable income model, both through a Hypnosis YouTube channel, plus also your online store, and then any other licensing deals that you do through other companies. So let me ask you this. Are you ready to scale your business and make it a bigger impact? If you are and you want some help doing it, I want to, just remind you that Hypno Lab exists and it's out there. It's $89, lifetime membership. That's going to help you create more hypnosis scripts. I'm also going to give you access to my secret hypnosis script AI prompts. This will show you write your own script. You write your own script that you think is the best script you could possibly write. You then put it into this AI tool, and it will show you how to create thousands of hypnosis scripts based on yours. Yours becomes the kernel. Yours becomes the seed. And it shows you how to create so many different permutations and combinations based on yours. And so your expertise and your style kind of cascades out through that. Super cool. You're going to learn so much more about AI. You're going to be one of the masters of using AI, especially if you're using hypnosis scripts when you get your hands on this. It's $27. But then we're also going to give you some GPT tools. These are custom built tools. So we're going to show you how to create your own irresistible offer. So you can use this as many times as you like. Maybe you're looking for, the next, New Year's Eve opportunity to explore. It doesn't change your business model. It takes in your business model and it comes up with a new package using all your existing resources. Super cool to use. It's going to save you so much time and energy. Then we've got the key marketing message. This is great for using to create better landing pages, better promotional emails, better promotional social media posts. And then there's this video content planner. I want to tell you, I paid $1,000 to learn how to do this one. And I'm offering this for you for next to nothing. So this will actually create 10 strategic videos that follow the consumer psychology, framework to all promote whatever your next offer is going to be. Super, super cool. Now, it's not going to do the videos for you, but it's going to plan them out and give you the instructions and give you the details and ingredients for it. And then all you need to do is just show up and record the videos. So, really powerful stuff. And then we're also going to give you this 50% off Mind Primer Pro voucher. What that means is if you want us to support you and help you create your audio programs, you need to record it. We can't be you. Once you record those individual components, you send it through to us. And normally it'd be $730 for us to do this. We'll discount it by 50%. So you're looking at $1 per audio program. So that's going to be $365, and we'll just take care of it for you. Send them all back to you, all professionally mixed and mastered, and it's just done. And then you're into that next step in that workflow of uploading them to your store or your YouTube channel. And that's valid for the next 3 months. It expires in 3 months' time, but we'll have you registered as to when you get access to that. And anytime you're ready, we'll be ready for you as well. Now, so here's what you get. You get all of those four things. It's about $1,000 worth of value. So it's pretty good. It's going to save you a huge amount of time. And even at that, would it be a good $1,000 investment to get 365 audio programs designed for you and save you a whole bunch of time in getting them made? And therefore, how many audio programs would you need to sell over the next 12 months to justify that? How many businesses would you need to sign up under a licensing deal for their employee wellness to get access to that audio program and have them loaded up on their intranet? There's so many opportunities out there. This is what I mean by the people that go first get to explore those opportunities, and take advantage of them. So if any of this resonates with you, this is all yours, not for $1,000, for $27. So if that's of interest for you, just pull out your phone, take a snapshot of that QR code, go to that QR code, and get access to it, because it's not going to last long. Now, this is my Black Friday, Cyber Monday special offer, doing Glenn and Belinda a favor by giving huge value away. Yes, there's still a bit of an investment for you, and that's because I know when people pay, they pay attention, and you know that as well. And so, I'm going to give you a huge amount of value. I'm going to make this complete no-brainer, but I need you to be a little bit invested, so you're actually going to open it up and you're actually going to use it. And so this is my way of going, okay, let's just make it a small amount so you can get started and get into it. So I'm also going to give you some bonuses as well, and that is that I'm going to show you how to create your own tools. So I'll just go back a bit. I'm going to give you these pre-made tools, this irresistible offer, this key marketing message, and this video content creator. But I'm also going to teach you how to make your own. And you might think, Shane, but I'm not a coder. I can't do that. If you have an open mind and you are interested in learning how, give me 5 minutes, watch this video. This video actually goes for 8 minutes. So give me 8 minutes, but then give yourself another 5 minutes at the end of that to implement this and see just how powerful and how easy it is for you to create your own custom tool in ChatGPT using a custom GPT. Now, you do need, if you are going to create a custom GPT, you need to buy access to ChatGPT, which is $20 a month. I think it's the best investment you'll make. It's cheaper than a VA. It's cheaper than any employee. And it really is, you are going to get 100x return on something like that. If you can, and just do it for a month. If you don't believe me, do it for a month but use it, and it will be your best friend, and it will put you leaps and bounds above anyone else. And then again, this is me also trying to educate you and help you become a master user of ChatGPT. So I'm going to show you how to create a digital brain for your business. I believe every single business owner needs to have a digital brain for their business, and it's not hard to do. And it will take you about 3 minutes to do this. Watch this video. It will take 9 minutes to watch the video and then 3 minutes to make your digital brain. So we're talking 12 minutes here. 12 minutes to breed your own golden goose that lays golden eggs. Think of it like that. Can you justify 12 minutes to have your own golden goose that lays golden eggs? To use a Willy Wonka analogy there, or metaphor. That's what this is like. This is cutting edge stuff. Very few people are doing this yet, but this is what gives you the edge in using AI. And then if you're interested, this is just, something really cool to check out. This is how you go watch an educational video on YouTube, and then you put it through this process. 60 seconds later, it will give you a custom ChatGPT prompt based on that video, based on whatever you saw. So if you watch a video that says the 5 key things to making your landing page better, grab that video, put it into this system. It'll spit out this prompt, and you just use that prompt, and you don't even need to watch the video. Now, yes, we're skipping a whole bunch of steps. It's not really in your head. It's now in AI. So if you truly want to learn that thing, you probably need to go watch it. But if you're just, there's videos out and you're like, I'm honestly not going to get to them, this is the next best option for you. And I want to share with you to expand your horizon to see really what's capable of in using AI, and that you don't have to be a coder to do this. So if you're interested, go to this website. If you want to grab that $27 pack, it's www.reachingimpact.com/365audios. So when you go and type that in, you'll get access to it. You got to get it all access for $27. That's what it'll look like. When you go to the page, it'll look like this. Just go and enter your details. You get instant access to it. It's all set up for you. that is it from me. I hope you learned some things. I know I went a little bit fast, so you're watching the replay, so you can slow it down if you want to. You can speed me up if you don't think I'm going fast enough. But here's what I encourage you to do. I want to say thank you for your time. I know that your time is your most precious resource. I would love for you to reach out to me as a friend. So you find me on Facebook. I'm just Shane Foz on Facebook. Reach out to me. Don't be a stranger. And I'd love it if you could mention just one thing that you're taking away from this video, from this training. Mention one thing on my public social media platform, if you wouldn't mind. And if you can do that for me, just one thing that stood out to you, just one thing. I'm not asking you for you to mention 27 different things, but just mention one thing. And if you do that, I will reach back out to you and I will send you a link to my calendar. I will jump on a call with you and I will help you create one of, if you don't already have one, a custom built AI tool for you that no one else has access to, just for you to help you solve a challenge that you're facing in your business right now. Because I know that if I can help you do that, it's going to open your eyes to really what's possible with AI, help you make friends with it even further. Because this is what I believe. I believe that we as hypnotherapists, as hypnosis professionals, we have the skills to make the world a better place. And often it's that we are held back by our inability or our lack of time or our limiting beliefs around marketing and sales and getting the message out there. So if I can support you in learning how to use AI and automation better to help make change more lives, then I get to sleep better at night, knowing that indirectly through you, I get to help change even more lives as well. And that's ultimately why I got into the hypnotherapy training business in the first place. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for your time. If you've got any questions, reach out to me. Punch them into beneath this video if you like as well. And yeah, guys, thank you so much. And I just want to encourage you to really start to explore how AI and automation can help you help more people faster, easier, and still maintain the lifestyle that you want. Take care. Bye now.